So you're like, whoa, you're doing a lot of things. Yes, I am. But here's the deal. Hey, it is your friend Katie Fortune. Thank you for being here and watching this motivation moment video today. I am happy you're here. And today I want to chat with you first. If you're like, whoa, what's going on? You've been here long enough, Katie. Why is your view different? Well, go check out last week's video. I chat a little bit about that. I'll link it somewhere up here. And then you can see what is going on in the life of your friend Katie. Anywho, so today I want to chat about how sometimes we kind of get like pigeonholed into this is my job, this is who I am. Like you're putting your job as what you're defined as. And I just want to chat because some of you may know that I do a lot of things. Some of you may not know that. So I just really want to throw it out there and chat about it, that I do more than just one thing. Like I talked about last week in my video, again, go check it out, that if you do not know, I actually have an interior design background. That's a hint for what I talk about in my video and why I'm sitting in a completely different spot in my home. This is the only spot I can actually be in, by the way. Just want to make that very clear. I'm confined to one area. So, anywho, go watch that. But yes, I graduated from high school. I went to UW Stout. I got my degree in interior design and sustainability. I was a practicing designer for many years. And then I got into sales, which that's what a lot of people know me for, is the quote furniture girl, the girl that pushes chairs down the street to let people try out before they buy. Try before you buy, you know? So they're like, oh yeah, bringing your own chair to the meeting. Like those are the greatest dad jokes that I've ever gotten from many people, many random people. So I do that as well. I also own my own business and I do a ton of public speaking and motivational speaking, which I'm going to be doing more of really soon. I'm so excited. And building up courses over there and doing all of that stuff. And hopefully writing a book, a bunch of other things. We'll talk about that later. And then also, just recently in the last year, I started teaching at UW Stout at the university. And even though that is coming to an end, and if you have not seen that video, go a couple of videos back and I do an announcement about that. But it's been a great and amazing situation. I have loved every second. But as you can see, interior designer, salesperson, account executive, selling commercial furniture, designing commercial spaces. I am a speaker, a motivational speaker. I have a podcast. I have a YouTube show, what you're watching right now, all those things. And oh yeah, I teach interior design. As I'm recording this, I still teach interior design at UW Stout. So you're like, whoa, you're doing a lot of things. Yes, I am. But here's the deal. None of those truly define who I am. Like that's why you can do a lot of different things. You don't have to just be one thing. I feel like in today's society, everyone always asks, hi, what's your name? Katie. What do you do for a living? That's what they always talk about. I want to change that narrative. Like, I would love to be like, hey, what's your name? What brings you joy? What do you love to do? It doesn't have to be about your, quote, job. And you can have multiple passions and multiple jobs and multiple things that you love to do. I also love to hike. I also love to travel. Hint, that's happening here soon. And it's going to be so awesome. So stay tuned for that. But there's so many more things. I love meeting new people. Now, none of those are, quote, jobs yet. And if you know me, you know, why not have 1,000 jobs? Don't do that, actually. Just kidding. Don't do that. I'm exhausted, physically and mentally exhausted. But you do not need to be defined by the one job you have or the 2 jobs you have. Be yourself. Be you. And it is totally okay and fine and amazing to love more than one thing. If you love to teach, and if you love interior design, and if you love selling, you can do all the things I'm doing. Oh, and don't forget, you may like to speak to kids that have disabilities and inspire them. And you want to write a book or books someday and create courses and help people advocate for themselves. Great. By the way, that's what I'm doing. So like, you can do all of those things. But I do want to just reiterate, if you don't mind, can you put up boundaries better than me? I'm working on it. I still am. I'm a work in progress. I do really good for a while with boundaries, and then it all goes off the rails. So I'm bringing that back, setting boundaries, which is good. But don't burn yourself out like I am currently. But learn from me, by the way. Learn from me. And I just want to encourage you to know that you can like more than one thing. All right? You can like doing more than one thing. And your entire life is not defined and does not have to be defined by your day job. Okay? Now, if you want it to be, that's okay too. It just doesn't have to be. All right? So I hope this helps you a little bit. And as always, less hate, let's go motivate, and get out there and ask people what brings them joy. Ask people what they love to do, not what do you do for work. Now, granted, it is good to do that sometimes because it's great networking, but you can still network by talking to people about what their true joys are in the world. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you next week. Fun fact, I am recording a few videos right now. I still don't know if it's echoey in here. It feels echoey. So like, I don't know if I need to bring like a rug up here or something. I don't do a lot of videos up here. I'm going to be now for the next 3 months. But I'm sorry if it's echoey. We'll get through it together, maybe. All right. Talk to you next week.